What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm not going to be going out anywhere, and I know I didn't upload in a long time. I was too lazy, okay, forget that. So today is going to be kind of a different video. As you all know, I'm still in Germany, and so this is going to be like a story time kind of thing, because something happened in my building yesterday, 2 days back. It all started when I was playing PUBG with my friends in India, you know, Ojasya and Nevzat. I was playing with them, and I was using my mic, okay, and even they were using the mic, so they could hear me and I could hear them. So as I was playing, my dad is sitting. I was sitting right in this kitchen. This is the kitchen I'm sitting right now in. So my dad was in the living room and he was chilling over there. So as I was playing, I suddenly hear, like from outside my apartment, like on the top, like a floor above us, I guess, I can hear this guy, like this man, like shouting. I don't know what exactly he was shouting, but I could just hear him shouting like really loud, and it sounded like he was talking to someone upstairs. I don't know, but he was shouting like really loud. So yeah, I ignored it at first. Like he shouts for like 5 seconds and then he stops. So I'm like, I'll leave it. And then he starts shouting again. And then I'm on the mic. I'm playing with Ojasya and Nevzat. So I talk to them. I'm like, yo, dude, there's shit happening outside my apartment. Like there's this guy. He's shouting. I don't know what is happening. And like it sounded like he was fighting with someone. So it goes on for like another 10 seconds or something, and then I start getting a little bit concerned because like it's right outside my apartment. So and my dad, I walk out of the kitchen, and my dad walks out of the room, of the bedroom, and he comes and he's like, yeah, what's happening? I told him, yeah, I don't know, there's some dude shouting upstairs. And then the people from downstairs, they also come up. Everyone like comes out of their apartment, and they're like standing outside on our floor. This was happening on the floor above us. So everyone was standing on our floor and like trying to see what's happening. And then they're telling, go back inside and don't come out and stuff. And then I go back in the house and my dad is there. And then I tell him, what are you gonna do? He's like, yeah, I'm calling the police. So then he calls the cops and he's like, yeah, there's this guy shouting, and like, yeah. And then I open the door, right? And as I'm standing outside on my floor, I put like my earphone mic a little bit like up so that Nevzat and Odessa could hear it too, because they were on the call. They were there the whole time. So then I'm like, yo guys, do you hear that? And they're like, yeah, I hear that, some guy shouting at the back. And then I understood like a little bit of what he said. He in German, he was saying, he's like, open the damn door, I'll kill you and stuff like that. So and that's when my dad called the cops. And I'm like, you're gonna call the cops? He's like, yeah. And he was on the phone with the cops, and he's like, there's this guy shouting, I don't know what he's gonna do. And he was like banging on the door like really loud, and he's like, open the door and stuff like that. So I thought that he was like outside and there's someone inside the house, and he was like banging on it really bad. And this was all like one floor above us, so he could have easily come down and done some other stuff, I don't know. And our neighbor, she also comes out and she's like really scared. And then my dad's like, yeah, go back inside and stuff. And then and then we're waiting for the cops, and I'm talking to Odessa and Nevzat, and Nevzat is like, yeah, I can hear him, he's shouting at the back, I can hear a little bit of what he's saying. And then I'm like, yeah, there's shit happening outside. And then I get scared and I just close the door and come back, and I'm just continue with my game. And then I get a little bit excited to see what happens next. So then I rush to my bedroom, from where there's a window you can see outside onto the main road. And then I'm talking to Nevzat and Odessa on the game. And then the cops come. And then I open the window, and then I put my earphone mic back like ahead outside the window so that they can hear the cops siren. And Nevzat is like, yeah, I hear them, I can hear the siren. And then I'm narrating everything like live to them, and they are playing. So yeah, and then the cops come, I'm seeing them from my window, and the cops here are like much different from the ones in India. They have like a bulletproof vest, and like they're strapped everywhere and stuff. So yeah, I was still at home playing my game. And then the cops, they come up the stairs, and then I opened the door to see what's happening, and then the cops, they went up to that guy's house. And then, but by the time the cops came, I think the guy stopped shouting. But then he was still there. He didn't go anywhere. I think he was inside the house. The cops came, and yeah, this was really cool. Okay, so there were two cops, one guy and one girl. So the guy went inside, and then I went up to see what's happening with my dad. And then the girl, the cop, she's like with a gun in her hand. She's like ready to do whatever, like, because you never know like who can be inside the house. Maybe they're like some guy just comes out and starts shooting and stuff. She was like full ready, like Call of Duty style. So yeah, and then I'm so full of excitement right now because I've never seen something happen like this, because in India this never happens, you know. I mean, it happens, but I don't think the cops ever come. So yeah, and here the cops came within like 2 minutes, so it was pretty fast. So then I'm standing, and then I'm still talking to those two, and then the cops come and they like talk to the guy and stuff, and I don't know what exactly they spoke about, but then I went back inside because I didn't want to see what was happening because I got scared. So my dad was there, like outside on my floor, on our floor, and he was like listening to everything. And then he came back and told me, he's like, yeah, the cops spoke to that guy, and yeah, and nothing much really happened. And then they went, but then it was really loud. The guy was shouting like really loudly, like, and he's banging on the door like he's gonna break it or something. He's like, open the door and I'll kill you and all that. He's talking. So then yeah, we had to call the cops, you know. So then yeah, the cops go, and then I come back in, and then I just recap the whole thing to Nevzat and Odysseus. I'm still on the call with them. So yeah, and this whole thing is kind of I don't know what word to say, but a week back, or like 2 weeks back, if you all follow me on my Instagram, you all would know that I was awake up till like 2 a.m. one night. 2 a.m. And then I was just on my phone, like scrolling through my Instagram, and then I hear three like noise, like a bang noise kind of thing. Not like a banging on a table or something, no, it was like a, so I figured out that, I mean, I could hear it, and then it sounded somewhat like a gunshot. And then there were three of them. So at 2 a.m. in the night, and right after I heard that, those three gunshots, a car drove by, and you might be thinking, yeah, cars can drive by whenever they want. But before the gunshots were fired, there was no car, like the street was completely empty. And then I was awake the whole night, and then I hear the gunshots, and then I hear a car drive by. So I'm like, oh my god, if there's a dead guy outside our apartment, I'm gonna scream. And then I wait for the car to drive by, and then I get so scared, I'm shivering. So because I've never experienced something like this in India, not at least such close distance to my house, because I could hear it, it was really clear, so it could have been like right outside my area. So yeah, as the car drives by, I get up slowly and I try looking out the window, and then I try to see if anything is happening, if there are people outside. Then there was no one, the street was completely empty. So then my dad was asleep the whole time as this happened, because it was 2 a.m. in the morning. So yeah, and then I wake him up. I'm like, did you hear that? There were like 3 shots fired. I think it was gunshots. And then he was like dead asleep. Okay, like I don't know how he heard it, but then he's like, yeah, it could be gunshots. I heard it too. So then I'm like, oh my god, if tomorrow morning there's like a dead guy lying outside our apartment building, shit. So yeah, my dad heard those two, and he's like, okay, go to sleep. He didn't really get surprised by it much, because I don't know, I think it happens here often. So yeah, but this was the first time I ever experienced something like this. And yeah, so then I can't go to sleep after something like that happened. I was still trying to like process everything. I'm like, oh my god, those are just gunshots outside my apartment, like actual gunshots. And then I somehow managed to sleep at 3 a.m. And while this all happened, I texted everyone. I texted my friends Nevzat, Odysseus and all. I texted them. There were gunshots outside my apartment. I put it on my Instagram story. I don't know if many of you all saw that. Yeah. So then I somehow managed to fall asleep. And then the next day, I go to the hospital that's like right next to my house. I go there and I ask if anything happened, because it sounded like it came like right in front of the hospital. So yeah, you all know the hospital, right? If you all saw my previous videos, there was a hospital right next to my house. So it sounded like it came from there. So I went there and I asked, did anything happen last night? Because I heard like supposed gunshots. And they said, oh, but we didn't hear anything, and maybe you can contact the police. So I said I don't have the police number, and then they gave me the number of the police, and then I called the police, and they're like, we didn't get any report of anything happening, probably because it was 2 a.m. in the morning. I don't think anyone heard it. But they said that nothing special really happened, because there was no reports given by anyone, no complaint or anything. So they're like, don't worry and all that. If anything happens next, just call us like immediately. Don't wait for the next day and all that. So yeah, these two things happened in the past span of 2 weeks, I guess. And yeah, so I don't know how to exactly put it in words, but what I'm feeling right now is weird, because this thing like rarely happens in India, and I've never experienced something like this. Like some guy just shouting outside our apartment, gunshots in the middle of the night, 2 a.m. And these two things happening like in a span of 2 weeks, it shows that, you know, there can happen more, and like more stuff can happen. You can't expect like till where it can go. And yeah, so that's all for this video. I just wanted to say what happened, because I just wanted to like let you all know. And everyone is like, I think right now everything's okay. Nobody got hurt in any event. Nobody was injured, harmed or whatever. No, everyone is fine. Nothing much really happened, but it happened though. So yeah, that's all for today, I guess. Sorry if you all wanted expecting a vlog or whatever. Maybe I'll go out again. I'm not doing much these days, that's why I have nothing to post. I might go out again to the river, or there's a river around here, so I can go there and vlog. So that's all for today's video. I just wanted to let you all know that this happened in my area. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. That's all for today's video.